only is there a heat wave here in Southern California, there is a celebration. The 50th anniversary logo for 2011 unveiled before Big A fans. It sits beautifully out in center field. It's the first game of a three-game set against the visiting Chicago White Sox. Hi, everyone. From inside the Big A, I'm Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubzo. Welcome you to Angels Baseball once again. And typically on an off day with 10 games left to go, you sit there and go, well, all right, let's just play out the stretch. Lo and behold, the Halos make another move. They bring up a youngster by the name of Andrew Romine. Mike Scioscia runs out his lineup today, and all the kids are in the lineup.
Oh, a lot of young players, a lot of enthusiasm. I saw Andrew Romine last season down at Rancho Cucamonga, a guy with great range in that shortstop position, can steal you some bases. Peter Bourjos, we saw how much he can do. Electric speed. Hank Conger's done a tremendous job behind the plate. I'm really looking forward to Mark Trumbo getting an opportunity to see some pitches and utilize that great power stroke that he has. And, of course, Andrew Romine. All four of these guys should have a big impact on how this game turns out today.
Peter Bourjos moves from the 9th spot in the order to the leadoff spot, and Mark Trumbo makes his first ever big league start. Tonight on the Hill, it's Joel Piñeiro making his second start since coming off the disabled list. He was absolutely fantastic against the Tampa Bay Rays.
It's like he never missed a beat. He was out there for such a long period of time, yet he said all along he knew he was going to be comfortable going back to mound. He wasn't going to worry about his injury. He was going to attack the strike zone, and he did that with a great fastball. He was throwing around 91, 92 with some great sink action. His curveball was excellent. His changeup, his slider, above all, pitching its contact. That's what he does best. There's 2 earned runs in those 6 innings. He's been dominant at home. His ERA at home, 2.37. So look for him to go out there and continue that streak as far as pitching well at the Big A.
Well, Piñeiro's matched up against a guy who's had very good career numbers against the Angels. Freddie Garcia going for the Chicago White Sox and hoping to keep the celebration going here at the Big A. The 50th anniversary logo. Why not just keep on winning? The Halos won 2 of 3 against the Texas Rangers. We're ready for first pitch. We've got lineups. So sit back and relax when we return. To you by Howard's, official superstores of Angels baseball. Nobody beats Howard's. By the fastest growing car company in America, Hyundai. And by Shakey's Pizza. Who has the most leadoff home runs in baseball history? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. Well, there is no doubt it is absolutely beautiful as far as the weather is concerned for baseball. It's a good looking logo, isn't it, Gooby?
Oh, it's incredible when you think about it, celebrating 50 years next season as an organization, a very successful organization, and they did a great job as far as celebrating, bringing back some guys that were part of that past too here today.
I do believe I see the yellow halo back in there. We're going to have the jerseys a little bit later on. As always, this Angels telecast brought to you at gravity-defying high definition, presented by Time Warner Cable. Let's take a look at the lineup that Ozzie Guillen and the Chicago White Sox will run out there here on date night at the Big A. Leading things off, it's Juan Pierre. He's playing left field. Omar Vizquel, the second baseman. Alex Rios in center. Paul Konerko at first. Manny Ramirez back in Southern California. He's contributed all of 1 home run and 1 RBI for the White Sox. A.J. Pierzynski doing the catching. Alexi Ramirez, the shortstop. Mark Teahen in right field. And Brent Morel is batting ninth, playing third base for the Sox, taking on the right-hander Yoel Pinheiro.
Well, Pinheiro's ERA at home, 2.37, 7-2 record, 10 wins overall in the season. Good ERA at 4.13. He's been throwing the ball very well as far as staying down in the strike zone, pitching to contact. His curveball has been excellent, probably his second best pitch, along with changeup and slider.
Take a look at the defense behind Yoel tonight. You've got Abreu in left, Borges in center, Torrey Hunter in right field. It's Brandon Wood at third base, Andrew Romine, the shortstop, Howie Kendrick at second, Mark Trumbo at first with Hank Conger doing the catching.
Boy, and Andrew Romine just getting called up and getting inserted in that tough position, that shortstop position. I've seen him play before. Very athletic, good range. Great numbers as far as fielding percentage down there in Double-A, so he's a guy that can do the job defensively for the Angels tonight.
Were you as surprised as I was to see the transaction occurring here as the Halos had to select his contract? He's wearing number 73 and added to the 40-man roster. First pitch was in first strike.
Yeah, it was surprising, but I've seen him play before. I knew he could do the job defensively up here in the big leagues. It's a matter, is he going to be able to hit enough? And especially with their infield depth in jeopardy with Ibar being hurt, Callasco being hurt right now, so they need some depth in there, and he's a guy that certainly can help them out.
Well, Brandon has done a nice job filling in at shortstop for the injured Eric Ibar. Moves back over to his more natural position here in the big leagues, and that is third base. The air in the hole at 0-2. A little chopper right back to Pinheiro, and there's the first out of this ball game.
And Pinheiro doesn't waste time. He doesn't lob it over to first. When he fields it, he fires it over to first base. Very good as far as fielding position. It's a great job as far as negating the running game also.
And why let any negative thoughts creep into your head, right?
Yeah.
Just get rid of it.
I believe in that. When a guy's underhanded or running over, that tells you, is the position, and the other team, the opposition, looks as if, wow, he's not real comfortable fielding his position.
Omar Vizquel takes down low for ball one. Vizquel hitting .288, a couple of home runs, 28 runs batted in. As that pitch allegedly misses down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Omar more than likely headed to the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. That one's in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Well, I hope the writers get that right. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. There's no question about it. One of the best fielding shortstops in the game's history. Of course, hits and batting average pretty solid also.
43 years of age as he rolls this one over to Howie Kendrick. And just like that, 2 ground ball outs. Typical Yoel Pinheiro. When he's on, and he was on the last time out against the Rays, that sinker is inducing some ground ball outs.
Amazing. You would think as a sinker ball pitcher, sometimes when you're too strong on the mound, you're going to elevate fastballs. You may have more velocity on the fastball, but it's not going to move as much. That wasn't the case down there in Tampa, and certainly the first 2 batters isn't the case here tonight.
There's Alex Rios. Center fielder takes a strike. Rios having a nice season for the White Sox at .286. 21 home runs and 86 runs batted in. The White Sox, of course, eliminated the American League Central with the Twins. Picking up another Central crown. Nice play by Brandon Wood, and Rios goes down. Appears to be all right. Interesting way to finish the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first with no score. Scioscia's running out there for game number 153. The Halos 2 games under 500. Have Peter Bourjos cleaning things off at center. Howie Kendrick in second. Bobby Abreu's in left. Torrey Hunter back in right field. Hideki Matsui, the DH. Hank Conger getting to start behind the plate. Mark Trumbo at first base. Brandon Wood at third. And Andrew Romine batting ninth and playing shortstop facing Freddie Garcia.
Freddie's having a nice bounce-back season. 11-game winner this year. Fastball not overpowering, but he has great sink action. 85 to 89. He has a curveball, slider, changeup, and a split-finger fastball. And above all, tremendous career numbers against the Angels. 15-3, 8-1 at the Big A.
Bourjos pushes a bunt up the first base line. Konerko fields it in foul territory. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of surprised Konerko let that ball roll as far as he did. If he comes up, he probably gets the easy out. But
so I was just thinking the same thing. That's a gift out. Now Bourjos still has life at the plate here. Maybe get a base hit and steal a bag. Garcia is definitely susceptible to the stolen base.
That one is outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Bourjos hitting 194 with 4 home runs. 12 runs batted in. Swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. And that's pretty much what Freddie Garcia has become over the last couple of years. A guy that relies a lot on the off-speed.
Throws that split-finger fastball and a straight changeup.
Peter 2 for 11 in the series against Texas. This one's pulled toward the hole. Off the glove of Alexei Ramirez. And Bourjos will reach. See how they rule that. And while we await the arrival of that ruling, we'll take a look at the defense for the Chicago White Sox. It's Pierre left, Rios in center, Tien in right. On the infield, Morel at third, Ramirez at shortstop, Vizquel at second, Konerko at first, A.J. Pierzynski doing the catching.
We talked about Omar Vizquel on his way to the Hall of Fame as a great fielding shortstop. He's also done a nice job when he's been asked to play second base. His 28th career start at second. He's also played pretty solid defensive third base this season for the White Sox. Very versatile as far as his glove and what he can do for Ozzie Guillen.
Garcia is going to pay attention to Peter, who's on with a base hit. And he better be paying attention to him. Slow to the plate. Kendrick can handle the bat.
And he's nearly 1-4, 1-4-5 as far as his times to the plate. So not real quick.
Now Pierzynski and Garcia want to have a conversation. 1 batter in. Howie hitting 276 with 10 home runs and 70 runs batted in. Had a 2 for 5 game on Wednesday. 3 for 12 in the series against Texas. Rangers were 1 hit last night by Dallas Braden in the bullpen. Bourjos started to take off and then stopped.
He stumbled. He had a pretty good jump, then stumbled, and he went back to first base. And because Garcia doesn't throw hard like he used to when he first came up in Seattle, he had a devastating fastball. Slow to the plate, plus not an overpowering fastball anymore. Gives a base stealer a great opportunity to steal.
Takes off this time, and the 0-1 is looped foul. Howie in the hole, and no balls, 2 strikes.
Appeared to be a straight steal. He went sliding into second base. But a pretty good pitch to hit for Howie. You can't let that one go.
Doesn't go this time, and the 0-2 gets away from Pierzynski, and it doesn't matter. Bourjos ends up at second base on the wild pitch.
4th wild pitch of the season for Garcia. Overthrew that breaking pitch. But Pierzynski didn't get over real good on that one.
No.
He had the glove still up. Instead of getting it down between the legs, be able to keep it there in front of him and hit off his leg.
Ball ricocheting off the shin guard of Pierzynski. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Now he chops one right back up the middle. Bourjos will stay at second. Garcia, after looking at backfires on to first. There is 1 out. We'll take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, we talk about the youth movement here tonight in this ballgame. Right here, right now. Good song by Van Halen saying these kids right now have an opportunity to show Mike Scioscia and the whole organization what they're capable of doing. Forward to see Mark Trumbo seeing some pitches. Great power. I think Conger's done a nice job behind the plate also as far as calling the games.
There's Bobby Abreu. And to start in left field, hitting .256 with 20 home runs and 76 runs batted in. Bobby just missed tying the game up the other night as a pinch hitter in extra innings. Which had the day off on Wednesday. Back-to-back off days. Last official off day on the calendar for the Angels. 3 here, 3 against Oakland here at the Big A, then on to Texas for 4 to end the year. Abreu swings and misses there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's the difference in Garcia. When he first came up, he would be behind the count 1-0. He would challenge you with that fastball 94, 95. Now we'll throw his changeup or split finger fastball in hitters' counts.
They've apparently changed the Borges base hit to an error now on Ramirez. Bobby cues this one foul, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Borges still in scoring position. 1-2 count here on Abreu. Garcia very slow and deliberate out on the mound. Bobby fouls this one straight back. A couple of native Venezuelans facing each other, Garcia and Abreu. Garcia's coming off a loss, pitching just 2 innings against the Tigers, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. That was back on the 7th of September. Had a no decision against Cleveland Indians prior to that. Breaking ball is fouled at the plate. Pierzynski cannot hang on to it.
Boy, as a hitter, you just got to try to stay back. Slow pitches, whether it be a slow curveball or his changeup, out in front. Try to get the timing down. Almost like you may have to even move up on the plate because Garcia doesn't have the fastball to get it by you necessarily anymore. Move up there on the plate, take away the break of those off-speed pitches.
Peter with a pretty good lead over at second. And Abreu chases that off-speed pitch. And there's out number 2. First strikeout of the night for Freddie Garcia. 2 outs, man still in scoring position. Torrey coming to the plate. It's our U.S. Marines leaders of the game. Against the American League Central, 340 average, 11 home runs, and 29 runs batted in. Needless to say, I believe he has feasted on the Central.
That's some pretty good numbers. Consistent. Pretty familiar with these pitchers in that AL Central, playing all those years in Minnesota.
Takes up and away. Pierzynski wants an appeal, doesn't get it. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Torrey went 0 for 4 on Wednesday as the designated hitter. Had a walk, a strikeout, and rolled into a double play that possibly could have put the Halos up. Borges takes off for third. It's a stolen base, uncontested.
And Garcia really not paying a whole lot of attention to him. And with 2 outs, really, I don't even know if you necessarily have to. But Borges, if you're going to go there, you got to make sure you're getting there successful, and he did so rather easily.
8th stolen base now in his 42nd game for Borges. The 1-1 pitch. Torrey, fly ball to left. Pierre comes charging in. He's under it. That will end the bottom of the first inning. The Halos get a man to third base and leave him there. One complete here at the Big A. And we are scoreless. Friday. That's it, man. No more fireworks here at the Big A.
I'd be pretty upset.
You are pretty upset?
Yes. They're unbelievable.
I want you to be upset. Paul Konerko takes a strike to start the second. Pinheiro had a 1-2-3 first inning, all three ground ball outs. Konerko, Ramirez, and Przinsky. Manny Ramirez. White Sox with two. Ramirez in lineup. Alexi the other. Konerko's had one heck of a monster year. 313, 37 home runs, 105 runs batted in, a free agent to be. Up there in all three Triple Crown categories. Not going to catch the batting leader in Josh Hamilton. He fouls this one off to the first base side. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. But a guy that probably, depending on how you look at that whole Josh Hamilton situation, we talked about when Texas was here, as to if he misses the last month of the year, like Hamilton has missed the last 3 weeks, does it open up the MVP race to a guy like Paul Konerko, even though the White Sox are out of it?
I think if the White Sox continue to stay hot the way they were until this stretch in which they've played some bad baseball, I think you would have him in that same equation. And he's put up some great numbers. And he's been the big reason why they've even stayed in the race the way they have. I'm talking to Hawk Harrelson, who does the White Sox games. He said he's become a more polished hitter now in his career than at any point.
Konerko lines one back up the middle of base hit. Leadoff man is on board. Konerko, 34 years of age as he hits free agency. Hey, folks, come out to the Big A this Sunday, September 26th. The Angels take on the Chicago White Sox during Fan Appreciation Day. All fans in attendance will automatically be entered to win great prizes from PoolTableExperts.com. Barbecues galore, Disney Family Movies, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, JetBlue, Honda Center, Pelican Hill, and much, much more. Purchase your tickets at AngelsBaseball.com. Don't boo, folks. It's Fan Appreciation Day. Oh, wait, Manny's coming up.
No, they're happy about Fan Appreciation Day, but Manny always brings out the boos. See if Manny can go up there right now and make him real happy by hitting to a double play.
Ramirez swings the first pitch. Romine over to his right. Got it. Feeds Tedrick for one. Relay to first in time. 6-4-3 goes the double play, and Romine had a long way to go to his right, too.
Showing some good range. Good feed to Howie at second base also, and a great turn by Howie. Got himself in position to field that in front of him. A lot of times you'll see a shortstop backhand that ball, and then his momentum's going away from second base. Howie's Exmo has got himself in perfect throwing position to hit Howie to be able to turn that double play.
Nice turn at second. 2 outs. Bases clear for another fan favorite. A.J. Pierzynski steps in, takes a curveball low.
At least you're loose enough to boo. Because Manny comes up and A.J. finishes it off.
Folks, do you think are a little too tired after booing Manny to boo Pierzynski? So
never.
Never?
Never. He'll never forget to be able to boo A.J.
Hitting .271, 8 home runs and 55 runs batted in. He's been on a tear of late as he rolls this one over to first. Trumbo's got him. He'll feed Darrell. There's the third out of the inning. Leadoff base hit by Konerko. A double play and a ground down. We hit at the bottom of the second, scoreless. Here at the Big A. Last chance, last homestand of the year to get some cotton candy. Some red vines.
Oh, be perfect.
Did you see the new red vines with the sweet and sour mixed in?
Yeah. My daughter likes that.
Boiler maker.
Yes.
Without question.
Not a big fan of them, but my daughter loves them.
Shocking. Matsui, Conger, and Trumbo. Every time the commercial comes on, I just turn off the TV. Power outage.
This looks like it's so good for you.
Hideki takes the off-speed pitch upstairs, and it looks like, by what we saw in the first inning from Freddie Garcia, is that there aren't going to be too many fastballs in tonight's arsenal from the right-hander.
No, that's why I say this almost you can move up in the batter's box and take away that break or the curveball, even the way that a split finger will work deep in the strike zone.
Last pitch at 80 miles an hour.
Plenty of time to adjust.
Freddie perhaps trying to be the right-handed Jamie Moyer.
Of course, you see the paint on the fingers of Pierzynski so he can read them. First inning, Garcia was not real comfortable on the signs being given to him. Put some paint on the finger, that way you know exactly what pitch. Garcia with 5 pitches. So I'm guessing that's a split finger fastball.
A little bit inside, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just a bit. Yeah. Just a bit inside. Same thing going, that split finger fastball once again.
Line back to Freddie Garcia, and there's the out. Pretty quick reaction there, and that may have gotten him pretty good. Ozzy's going to come out and check out his starter. Question is, where to get him?
I think I got him on the hand, I think.
Off the thigh. Popped up off the thigh. Maybe got a finger. Long conversation. Mike Riley, the home plate umpire, is out there to see what's going on. I mean, a man that jovial,
you think
obviously he's not in pain.
Yeah, you think you're all right. You can go right back and start pitching once again. It's been a battle for him coming back from a variety of injuries. That shoulder, having surgery on it, made the transition from a hard thrower into more of a finesse pitcher.
So with one out, nobody on, Hank Conger will step to the plate. Hank in that series against Texas picking up his first extra base hit. It was a triple. High off the wall in right center field. Hitting 188, 3 for 16 in the big leagues. 3 runs batted in. He'll take a pitch in there for a strike. Big swing and a miss.
I think for a young hitter like Hank Conger, who's got a pretty good swing as far as driving low pitches, got to stay back. Very difficult.
Back up the middle. Ramirez has got it from behind the bag, and Garcia wondering what he needs to do to kind of stay out of that part of the strike zone. 2 outs.
The proper approach against a guy who doesn't overthrow and doesn't have that big fastball anymore is a guy you got to hit right back up the middle on him. And he's going to get a lot of line drives and ground balls. You stay on the outer half of the plate and you're throwing slow, either a curveball or split finger fastballs. You're going to get tons of baseballs hit back up the middle.
This one hit toward left field, sinking, but Pierre is there to make the catch. Well struck by Trumbo, nothing to show for it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Freddie Garcia. We're scoreless after 2. Top of the 3rd inning with no score. Joel Pinheiro to face the bottom 3rd of the White Sox order. Alexi Ramirez, Martin, and Brent Morel. That's quickly no balls and a strike. No strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit allowed by Pinheiro. That was a leadoff base hit by Paul Konerko. Ramirez takes down and in. And that'll leave an account of 1 ball, 1 strike.
All 6 outs by Pinheiro via the ground ball. Got a double play out of Ramirez. All of them down in the strike zone once again.
Alexi Ramirez hitting .280 on the year with 17 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Conger blocks that breaking pitch. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez got off to a slow start, but he's really sustained since about mid-June as he loops this one out towards shallow left. Bobby Abreu was playing almost near the warning track in left field. Kind of an odd positioning, and the leadoff man is on board. Hey fans, the Angels are giving away yet another trend-setting hat as kids are back in school. Come out to the Big A tomorrow night. All kids 2 to 18 in attendance will receive a free Angels camel hat courtesy of Smart and Final. Get your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com or the Angels Stadium ticket window.
Might sleep overnight here just to make sure I get that hat.
You know what you should do? You should be at the 2010 Hispanic Heritage Fiesta tomorrow, which goes from 12 to 4. Admission free, parking free until 3 o'clock. And then you can hang out and get your free camo hat.
Oh, what a day.
Believe it. Catch some rays, little fiesta, and a camo hat.
And then a game.
That's a trifecta.
Oh.
I'd box that and even parlay it if I were you.
That's a little piece of heaven.
Oh, yeah. Martin with a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Runner goes. The throw down from Conger is way up the second base side. Ramirez heads over to third. Boy, if the throw's on the bag, Ramirez has gone down by plenty. It looked like Hank, again, almost too fast for his own good.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's going to take some time. Talked about the maturation of a young catcher, similar to an offensive lineman in the NFL. You got to learn the plays. You got to learn to be able to when to be quick. And this time he's just trying to be extra quick as far as his release to second base. Had some time. Just rushed his throw. Very good as far as calling the game. Quiet behind the plate, shifting his body to block pitches in the dirt, but that throw to second is going to be the thing that's going to come along slowly for him. He has the arm strength. It's just that catch and throw.
Infield is in for the Angels with nobody out here in the third. The 1-2 to Tien. Fastball missed in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Down goes Tien. There's out number 1. First punch out for Piñeiro, and a big one here with a man over at third base.
And that's the thing about Piñeiro. He has that ability to get the strikeout when he needs it. More of a pitch to contact guy that gets ground balls, but when the need is there for the strikeout, he has that ability to do so.
And that pitch set up by the 2-seam fastball on the inside part of the plate that missed. Thus kind of putting that in the back of the head of Tien that he's going to look inside, and that ball just tailed down and away from him.
He pitches so well east to west, west to east as far as that fastball and location of that pitch.
There's Brent Morel, the third baseman for the White Sox. Infield still in. That pitch is outside. Morel's been down to AA, AAA this year, combining to hit .322 with 10 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Local product at the Centennial High School in Corona, then on to Cal Poly, St. Louis Obispo. This one's fouled back just over our heads. The count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fiesta has already begun in the right field pavilion. It's going to carry over into tomorrow afternoon. Can't wait to be out there.
You get to host that, don't you?
Me and Jose Mota, we're going to be out there with Rich Thompson, Jason Bolger, Michael Kahn. They call him Shocking. Bobby Caswell, Reggie Willis, Matt Palmer, Francisco Rodriguez. Morel bounces this one foul. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a big party.
Hence the name Fiesta.
What time's that start?
12 o'clock. 6 o'clock start. Did I mention it's free?
Yes. Parking free?
I know your motto. If it's free, it's for me, and I'll take 3.
Oh, yeah.
1-2. Morel lines one to short. Romine's got it. They'll throw on to third. And Alexi Ramirez is doubled up. Nothing happening for the White Sox as we head to the bottom of the third and still scoreless. through the numbers retired here by the Angels. Jimmy Reese, Nolan Ryan, Rod Carew. On and on and on. Gene Autry. We show you that because today they unveiled the 50th anniversary logo. We, all season long, will be honoring the 50 years of Angels baseball next season. Brandon Wood leads things over. Rolls it foul, has a no ball, 2-strike count.
Well, when you think about it, all the great players that wore an Angel uniform over the years, that have 50 years. Some all-time names.
Wood went around, and there is the first out. Second strikeout of the game for Freddie Garcia. And again, relying on that off-speed stuff.
I think the approach has got to be up the middle, the other way.
Well, as we talk about the 50th anniversary celebration, you see the wonderful logo behind us. We've got the New Jerseys. That and no, we're not just honoring Doug DeCinces, by the way.
Yes, we are.
This is 2011. But you see the new logo. You got the big A on the left sleeve. You got the 50th anniversary patch on the right sleeve. One thing I noticed immediately, the yellow's back on the halo.
It's a good look.
And I wonder if it's just for the 50th anniversary. Hey, 50th anniversary. That's a gold anniversary, right?
It's a gold ring. Wow, look at you. You know it all.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
50th is golden, right?
Yes, it is. The silver being the 25th.
So there you go. That's why the yellow's back.
Look at my guy right here.
Right above you. Big Dean Chance. Andrew Romine swings and misses in his first big league at bat, and there's out number 2.
Look at that.
Are you
that great
seriously...
deception he has right there. He's hiding the baseball so well.
How? I mean, you're awestruck right now. You just can't get enough of Dean.
He's everywhere.
He is everywhere.
He is.
Chip Fregosi, obviously. Frank Tanana, Alex Johnson, batting title. Don Baylor at the bottom. Rod Carew, Wally Joyner, Reggie Jackson, Chuck Finley, Timmy Salmon, Jared Weaver. Borges trying to bunt, pops it up. Paul Konerko will make the catch. It was an easy 1, 2, 3 innings. So there you have it. These are the brand new jerseys. I'm sure you'll be able to get these very soon at the AngelsBaseball.com shop. Mine says player, by the way. Oh, it's player.
Well, it should be.
Yeah, we're through 3. No score. And that means it's time for our AT&T trivia question. And tonight, the question is, the 2010 White Sox, second team in MLB history to have players with 300, 400, and 500 home runs. Who was the first team?
The first team to accomplish that, huh?
Pierre chopping one right back up the middle. And again, Pierre's got it. And again, a missile over to first base. That is twice tonight that Pierre has been retired on the chopper back. We got rid of that trivia so quickly. We're going to We're going to give you a second opportunity to read this.
I need that.
That's how quick. The second team in Major League Baseball history to have players with 300, 400, and 500 home runs. Who was the first team? Paul Konerko, Andrew Jones.
The Angels. To do it.
And Manny Ramirez. The Angels?
Yeah.
3, 4, and 5?
Yeah. Maybe because I was here for, I remember when Reggie Jackson hit his 500th home run against Bud Black.
Manny at 555. Alex Rodriguez hit 2 more tonight.
It's pretty easy to say the Yankees, though, isn't it?
Surpassing Sammy Sosa. Yeah, I mean, it is. I guess that you couldn't go wrong with it, at least in theory, anyways, because of their lineups throughout the years. With the exception being the kind of mid-60s through early 70s.
Maybe.
The CBS years, as they like to call them. Vizquel for 1. He grounded a second his first time up. I wasn't yet born. I think maybe Storm and Norman could help us out with that history lesson.
Any way you could help us out, Norm?
No chance. It's kind of the reaction we get all the time when you ask Norm for numbers. That's why he's the greatest stats man in the world.
Oh,
Norm Peters,
yes,
living legend. Him and Kobe Bryant back together again soon. Here's the 3-2. Pulled over to first. Trumbo's got it. He'll wave off Pinheiro. 2 outs.
Boy, Pinheiro getting those hitters to roll over on those sinking fastballs. A nice job. Trumbo playing some solid defense so far.
Shot of the Big A out by the 57 freeway. I think that 50th anniversary logos be flashed out there for all the passerbys that aren't here at the Big A. Rios takes down low for ball 1.
Well, there it is, right there.
Where?
Right there. Just in case you didn't see it.
Got to somehow keep the telestrator in the budget for next year.
Yes, I do. Every once in a while.
For meeting the quota there.
That's called giving you the best view possible of that anniversary logo. Just in case you were mesmerized by the traffic going by.
Yep. The halo's going to be lit shortly to kind of put emphasis on that logo. Rios pulling 1, foul at the third base line. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Uh-oh, here it goes again.
Where is it?
Here we go.
Oh, right there. Oh, see, I
right
didn't
there.
See it. I couldn't see it, man.
See the cars going by?
Where? Where are the
right
cars?
along here. Right there.
Oh, man. That's where the All-Star logo used to be. Rios off the end of the bat to Trumbo. Hopefully Alex doesn't trip this time, and he does not. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the White Sox. Well, Pinheiro cruising with that sinker. No scores. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. By Carl's Jr. Want a Charbroil burger top of a big juicy Philly cheesesteak? Then come to Carl's Jr. for the Philly cheesesteak burger. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. The Big A behind home plate. No score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Howie Kendrick lead things off. 2, 3, and 4 for the Angels. Kendrick, Abreu, and Hunter against Freddie Garcia. Struck out 3. He's walked nobody, and he's allowed no hits. Kendrick takes a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Remember, the Peter Borges quote-unquote base hit was changed to an error while he was on base. 2 hits for the White Sox, none for the Angels. Now he's got a pretty good hitters count here at 2 and 1. Howie 0 for 1, hit a bouncer back to Freddie in the first inning. The count is now even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garcia going to be 34 years of age in the offseason. This one shot to right, chasing T and back, still going back, can't get it. First hit, first extra base hit. Howie's going to try for third. He is going to be in there safely with a leadoff triple.
Talk about the approach you need to have against Freddie Garcia is go the other way, elevate a pitch, throw it well. Tien didn't seem to pick the baseball up well out of the lights in right field also. Results in the 4th triple this season for Howie Kendrick. Pitch up and away. Instead of trying to pull that, he went with the pitch. And Howie read that one off the wall. As soon as he got away from Tien, there's no doubt about it. Gets his 4th triple.
Infield halfway for the White Sox here with nobody out and Abreu coming up. Bobby a strikeout victim in the first. This is when you start to get a guy who's an off-speed fanatic. The second time, third time through the orders. Bobby takes a strike on the inside corner. All 3 of the punch outs that Garcia has racked up have been via the swing.
Easier said than done, but the proper approach against Garcia is keeping your hands back. Center of the baseball. Don't go out in front. Just like that, out in front. It's a difficult task when a guy has the reputation of used to be able to throw a fastball by you, but doesn't have that fastball anymore. Relies on his slow curveball, his changeup, and split finger fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes. The Halos had a man at third base with 2 outs in the first. Left Borges stranded there. Bobby fouls it back. Another fantastic crowd tonight. How about the weather all of a sudden?
It's the coldest summer on the books in Los Angeles, but all of a sudden, pretty warm here in the fall.
Rolling into next week, triple digits. Brady lays off of that. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a 6:05 start tomorrow against the White Sox, 12:35 on Sunday. And then 2 night games, Monday, Tuesday against Oakland, followed by the afternoon contest against Oakland on Wednesday before the Angels take off to Texas. There's the 1-2. Down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torrey Hunter's on deck. Hideki Matsui to follow him. What I think about Garcia, too, as Bobby rolls that one foul, is the fact that He is such a big man at 6'4", over 250. He's probably a little bit taller than 6'4". Long arms, long legs. You have it in the back of your mind of what he used to be with the Seattle Mariners, a guy that could rush it up there. He still has the same motion. All of a sudden, it's like a Bugs Bunny pitch coming at you.
Exactly right. You see that arm speed going through. You think it's going to be 94, 95, but the reality is the best fastball he's going to have is 87, 88. But it's that slow changeup and split finger fastball that's so difficult as a hitter to stay back on. Even if you've seen his fastball or his changeup or a slow curveball, it's still difficult to be able to stay back. 89 is best fastball. He's throwing a 70-mile-an-hour slow curveball.
From 0-2 to 3-2, the payoff pitch. Abreu lays off that. It's a walk. So the runners are at the corners now for Torrey Hunter. We go back to our AT&T trivia question. Asking about the team that's had a 300, 405 home run hitter, which was the first team. The Texas Rangers, 2002, Alex Rodriguez, Juan Gonzalez, and Rafi Palmeiro.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't been done before that year.
Torrey takes a strike on the corner, 2-1. All three of those names have popped up in literature over the years.
Literature.
Some casual reading materials.
Reports.
Allegedly. But you're right. I think it's odd that it hasn't happened before. Yankees, good guess.
What do you think with Maris and Mantle that 1 year alone? And they both had to be up around that, 400 or 500 mark. Figure somebody else in that team had to have 300 where they could swing the bat.
I was thinking, try to follow like Dave Winfield around. Minnesota really didn't have the guys with big numbers. Yankees, but even then, at that point,
even when Eddie Murray went back to Baltimore, when he got 500, Cal Ripken had 400, so nobody else had 300 on that team.
Torrey bouncer back up the middle, base hit. Technical score in the Halos. Strike first, they lead at 1-0. Triple, a walk, and a base hit by Torrey.
And two good at bats this inning so far for Angel hitters as far as going with the pitch, not trying to pull it. Torrey going up the middle with that base hit after Howie hit the triple to right field. The guy doesn't overpower you with stuff. You got to go with the pitch and not try to do too much with your swing. On Expo, great lower body shift and driving that ball. Excellent, straight up the middle.
Still nobody out. Runners at first and second for Hideki Matsui, who lined out his first time up. Abreu, the man at second, with Hunter over at first. Torrey picking up his 84th RBI. And Matsui takes a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by Pierzynski. The runners could not advance. the 1-2. That is launched out to right field. Tien is back at the wall, makes a spectacular catch, sliding at the base of the wall to rob Matsui of extra bases.
Well, that is some kind of play. Boy, off the bat, it looked like he had a chance to get out of the ballpark. At the very least, off the top of the wall, but Tien showing some good range and sliding on the warning track against the wall to make a play. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. He's played a number of positions throughout his career. Now settling back into the outfield. After having a tough time making that play on Howie's fly ball, it makes a great play on Matsui's.
So 1 out as Hank Conger steps up now. He swings and lifts a fly ball down the right field line. Tien now having to give chase to his left. Runs out of room. And it still balls to the strike on Hank. Boy, what a play by Tien going out toward right center field. As you pointed out, a guy who came up as a third baseman in Kansas City. They tried him in left, tried him in right. Traded him in Chicago. They tried him in third, tried him in left, tried him in right. That one towards second base. Vizquel feeds Ramirez for a run. The relay is in time, and it's a double play. That ends the 4th inning. But the Angels strike first. A leadoff triple by Kendrick. And the base hit by Torrey Hunter. And after 4, Halos up 1-0. Catch by Mark Tien in right center field. Reaching for it at the last minute. Our One West Bank, one person, one play, brought to you by One West Bank, one person at a time.
Well, he probably saved a couple runs. Torrey had a great jump, had to go back. Retouch second base, get to be safe at first on that one.
Paul Konerko, Manny Ramirez, A.J. Pierzynski, the 3 for Chicago. Konerko had a base hit back up the middle. 1 for 1. It's jammed here, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Boy, Konerko's name was thrown out there a lot back in late May when Kendrick Morales was hurt. And that was at the time in which the White Sox were scuffling. As a matter of fact, we were soon thereafter in Chicago. That's when Kenny Williams, the general manager of the White Sox, had that meeting with the players. People were wondering whether or not they were going to start unloading guys. But they turned things around with one of the best teams in the American League for a good stretch there. Made it interesting, and all of a sudden, last month and a half, falling apart. The bullpen struggling, some injuries, and inconsistencies.
Guys out of their comfort zone, out of the bullpen, has been the big key and reason why this club has fallen apart here in the month of September. Because they were playing as well as any team in baseball for a prolonged period of time.
Ozzie and the Sox got off to that 9-14 start in April, then went 13-14 in May. As Konerko rolls a foul. But then in June turned things around with the 18-9 mark.
They've lost 12 of their last 15 ball games, just as Minnesota turned it on. Minnesota playing a majority of those games without Morneau at first base, has been out with a concussion. Joe Mauer's been banged up. Jason Kubel was out for a while, yet they just maintained their consistency.
Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a team that was 11 games over 500 at the All-Star break. You see the numbers since September the 8th. But since the All-Star break, 3 games under 500. Still an 80-72 record. Ozzie's got 1 more year left on his contract. He's already said that he would like to stay with the White Sox. Konerko fouls this one back beyond 2011.
And for me, he's won a world championship for the White Sox, and he still does a good job. He gets the most out of his players. He's not afraid to express his opinion. He has them being aggressive as far as base stealing this year, where they have 145 stolen bases as a team. A little different team we've seen in the past, in which they relied so much on the home run ball. Juan Pierre with 60 stolen bases for him this year.
Well, they took the gamble in bringing Manny Ramirez over, thinking that they'd get a surge offensively from Manny. That has certainly not happened at all. I mentioned the 1 home run, 1 extra base hit, 1 RBI, a .255 average in the American League.
Well, when they made that deal for Edwin Jackson, they were hoping at some point when they made that deal to make another deal to get Adam Dunn. There was talk about him from the Nationals.
Konerko hitting a towering shot to left. Abreu is at the wall. This game is tied at 1. 38th home run of the year for Konerko's 106th RBI, and it's a tie ball game.
I'll tell you what, he is not slowing down at all. Saw the 9th pitch by Pinheiro, and this time he's able to get his hands tucked in and drive that ball really high and pretty far down the left field. You just hoped it was going to go foul. I'll tell you what, he's put up some unbelievable numbers this year. 38th home run and 106th RBI.
Second in the American League to Jose Bautista with 52 for Bautista. Ramirez takes down low for ball 1. Manny 0 for 1. He rolled into a double play in the second inning. Lays off of that. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Manny with the Dodgers hit .311. 8 home runs and 40 runs batted in 66 games. Against the Angels in his career, he's had very good numbers. Rolled over to third. Brandon's got it. There's the first down of the inning. So 1 away, and that brings up A.J. Pierzynski.
Well, this is a different Manny Ramirez over the last year and a half, as far as a guy that when you make a mistake anywhere near the strike zone, there's a good chance that's going to be an extra base hit, whether it be a double or a home run. Now he's more of an inside-out hitter, rolls over on some ground balls, but still a threat if you make a mistake, but not quite the same type of player that the Angels have faced over the years when he was a member of the Red Sox. Saw him a number of years in the postseason.
Pierzynski takes down and in for ball 2. He grounded out to Trumbo at first base in the second, so 0 for 1 thus far. White Sox with a run on 3 hits, 1 error. The Angels 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. Zinsky rolls over this one again. Doesn't like his bat, so he flips it off to the side. There are 2 outs. So bases clear now for Alexi Ramirez, the shortstop.
He's a free agent also, so there are going to be some decisions for Kenny Williams and the White Sox to make during this offseason. Like he's been with the White Sox his whole career, although he started off with the Twins and the Giants before going over to the White Sox.
Ramirez takes down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Ramirez had a base hit. His first AB, so he's 1 for 1. Once again, over to Trumbo. That will end the inning. Konerko ties things up. It's 1-1 heading to the bottom of the 5th. Allowed by Freddie Garcia. Howie Kendrick a triple. Torrey Hunter a base hit. Both of those hits coming in the 4th inning and giving the Angels a 1-0 lead. But Paul Konerko tied things up as the leadoff man in the 5th. Mark Trumbo takes a strike on the outside corner. Bottom 3rd of the order due up for the Halos here. Trumbo, Wood, and Romine. Breaking ball is in for a strike. It's 0-2. Mark had 1 at bat. It was a pinch hitter when he first got called up. 0 for 1 tonight. Hit a fly ball to left in the 2nd. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Garcia threw him a fastball at 85 on the corner and a slider. Now a split finger fastball. Trying to show some patience at the plate, not expanding the strike zone against Garcia, the veteran. Right back with that split finger fastball once again.
He chases it. Trumbo is retired for out number 1. As we go out to the parking lot, take a look at the 50th anniversary logo. They've lit up the halo to draw attention to that 50th anniversary.
I think if a light ever goes out up there, could you go up there and change that for him, you
Sure.
think?
Because I know you're not getting up there.
No. I'll root for you, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. For the folks sitting at home, could you point out the Big A for them?
It's right up there. There it is.
They got to go with the yellow, right? Signify the golden anniversary. Brandon launching one up to left field. Oh, too much topspin. Juan Pierre getting turned around, but still makes the catch. Off the bat, I thought it had a chance with that ball coming right back down. Little interesting route there by Juan Pierre for round number 2.
He agreed with you on that. In a warmer night, baseball has a chance of carrying a little bit better here at the Big A than we've seen recently where it was cold at night.
Might want to check MapQuest next time. Here's Andrew Romine. Takes outside. His first big league at bat ended up as a strikeout, so he's 0 for 1.
Well, what a day for Romine. Getting called up to the big leagues and getting a start right away.
This one out to left. Pierre is there. And Garcia has himself a 1-2-3 inning. 5 of the books here at the Big A. That is the Big A. We're tied at 1.
It's time for the Coors Light Freeze Can. Alex Rios hit the ground ball. The third base goes down the line, but down goes Rios as he tries to beat that infield hit out. You almost thought about blaming it on the helmet. And that was our Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Right foot of his just caught that dirt. Howie Kendrick can't come up with that dive. Or the baseball on the dive. And Martinez on board with a leadoff infield base hit to start the 6th inning, tied at 1. Martinez now 1 for 2. He was the lone strikeout victim of Pineros. That came with a man at third base and nobody out in the 3rd. So here's Morel. Lined into that double play that ended the 3rd. Former 3rd round pick at 2005 from Cal Poly SLO. Takes outside. Prior to the year, named the number 4, I should say, best prospect by Baseball America. The ultimate authority in minor league baseball. This one off the end of the bat. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. White Sox have had some issues at third base for the last couple of years, really since Joe Creedy's back started to go out on him.
Well, he was some kind of fielding third baseman.
And this one's out toward left. Abreu is there. 1 out. And I don't think he's officially retired either. Time now for our Jaguar game recap. very quickly, the Angels struck first in the fourth inning. Howie Kendrick, the leadoff triple, his fourth three-bagger of the year. And Torrey Hunter runs the first and third, drove him in. But the Angels up 1-0, and that lasted up until the top of the fifth inning with Paul Konerko connected to his 38th home run, and that's where we stand right now. 1-1 tie in the sixth. One out, one on for Juan Pierre, and a quick visit to the mound by Hank Conger. Just go back to, we're talking about Joe Crede. He last played for the Minnesota Twins. It was struggled, especially at the Metrodome, playing third base on that surface.
Not good for the back, even under the best of circumstances.
And there was talk that he was going to retire, but nothing official from him. Just never know. There's a possibility someday of him coming back. But that being said, White Sox thought that they had a third baseman, perhaps, Josh Fields, whom they ended up trading to the Kansas City Royals, along with Chris Getz, in order to get Mark Teahen. Teahen didn't prove to be the guy. This one out to right. Not hit very deep. Torrey is there to make the catch down number 2. Now, Gordon Beckham stepped up last year. A guy who wasn't a traditional third baseman. And did a heck of a job. I thought, if anything, he was very close to winning the Rookie of the Year. But Gordon's had a down year offensively this year.
Yeah, he's only going in spurts in which he's hit the ball well. He started off real slow, then got hot, and then got cool once again. You're right, Teahen was the guy they thought was going to be their third baseman for quite some time. And just talking to White Sox people about him, he was really had a tough time as far as fielding the ball at third base.
Vizquel takes a strike. Kenny Williams in attendance here at the Big A. And he's starting to get some arrows slung his way. And some would say rightfully so, considering some of the moves he's made over the years. This one's lined one hopper over to Romine. He'll flip over to second. Howe is there. But the White Sox system apparently bare because some of his moves, and now they've got some free agents coming their way. They're to the bottom of the sixth inning. Still tied at 1. TV, high-speed internet, home phone, and wireless. Visit at AT&T.com or call 1-800-PICK-AT&T for details. And by your Southern California Ford dealers, where you'll find the new Transit Connect. Check it out at scforddealers.com. The old halo toss, ring a rookie.
He'd have an easy time tonight. Four of them in the lineup for the Angels.
Speaking of which, Peter Bourjos leading things off here. Bourjos, Kendrick, and Abreu. Peter lining one towards center field. Here comes Rios, and he goes in and out of his glove. Bourjos takes a big turn, but stops at first.
Now it's time for a Coors Light cold, hard blast. Howie gets a fastball out over the plate. Crushes it to right field by Martin. Off the wall. And off to the races, he slides in for a leadoff triple. Back in the fourth inning, Howie Kendrick is our Coors Light cold hard blast.
fourth triple of the year. Ended up scoring the first run. Rios getting charged with an error, so twice on board as Borges, both via the error. 0 for 3 night. But he has stolen a base. That was third base back in the first. His 8th of the year.
Definitely would think it's a spot where after a mistake made in the field, you might as well take advantage of that if you're Borges.
1 ball, 1 strike. A right field shot. I actually see him walking down the stairs out there. He's going right for the cotton can. I told you that's where he was going. Pitch out. Borges is going to throw down. Is out. Didn't look like it got him. The tag seemed to be a little bit high, and Chad Fairchild rings at Borges.
Back-to-back pitch outs, and Borges, pretty good job as far as Garcia throwing that ball in a perfect position for Pierzynski to be able to catch and throw. I think because at the very end, instead of getting that foot on the base, it got in the air and he was able to apply the tag before the foot hit the base. Like he maybe got his cleat caught in the dirt before it hit the base.
A full count here on Kendrick with 1 out. Freddie Garcia with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 2 hits allowed. The 3-2. This one out toward the alley in left center field. That falls for a base hit. Rios to cut it off. Kendrick does not stop running. Rios with a pretty good arm. It's a double for Howie Kendrick. And the Halos have a man in scoring position with 1 out and Abreu coming to the plate.
Well, nice job of reading that baseball into the outfield by Howie Kendrick. Off the end of the bat, did a nice job of putting that ball in play, but read that Rios was going after it and had to go away from the base at second. And he threw that underarm throw, no chance to be able to get him. Good read by Howie. 38th double to go along with his 4th triple tonight.
He's having a monster year.
All those extra base hits for him. 10 home runs, 38 doubles, 4 triples.
51 extra base hits and 70 RBIs for Howie Kendrick. One-0. It's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 guys that are not only fellow countrymen, both signed with the Houston Astros. Remember, back in the day, the Astros had a huge presence in Venezuela. Yohan Santana, I believe, was also through that system at one point. Rule 5 pick, Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. What about that trade that the Astros in Seattle made?
Yep.
With Garcia and Carlos Guillen?
Yep. For Randy Johnson.
John Halama in that trade also?
John Halama was in that deal. Tap foul, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So John Halama and Carlos Guillen for Randy Johnson. Then he got traded along with, remember Padres' first round pick, Ben Davis?
Pride of Philadelphia.
Catcher. Those 2 guys went to the White Sox for Miguel Olivo, Mike Morse, and Jeremy Reed.
Ben Davis known for his bunting on Curt Schilling as he had a no-hitter going into the 8th inning that one game when he's a member of the Padres. But he's a guy that everyone projected to be a superstar as far as a catcher, tall, good power.
Long swing.
Yep. And it got exposed pretty quickly.
Yep. He does know how to bunt, however, in no-hit situations. Ben Davis was the guy that bunted on, was it Curt Schilling?
Curt Schilling.
It was a close game.
It was 2-0, right? In the 8th inning.
Base runners.
Yep. Trying to bring the tying run up.
Bobby off the end of the bat over towards third. This could be trouble, and they've got no play. An infield base hit. So runners at first and third with one out. Torrey Hunter coming up in another RBI situation.
But once that got by Garcia, no chance for Morel to make that play at third base.
1-for-2 game for Bobby. Also picked up a walk. Torrey had an RBI base hit in the 4th inning. Similar situation with first and third. He had nobody out in that game, or in that part of the game. He has one out here in the 6th. No balls in a strike.
It's a little bit too impatient for Torrey, trying to drive that run across. Swung at a pitch off the outside corner. Split finger fastball. And you see Torrey moving closer to the plate to take away both that curveball and split finger fastball. Knows he's going to be quick enough to be able to drive the fastball if he tries to go inside.
Count is even at 1-1. Would not be surprised to see Bobby going at some point. Abreu takes off. Torrey swings and misses it. A stolen base for Bobby. A 2 RBI opportunity for Torrey.
And the big thing is you take away the potential double play ball by stealing second base.
It's 23rd stolen base of the year for Abreu.
And the White Sox elect to keep the infield back. Is Konerko in? Will give up that run, that ground ball in the middle part of the infield.
Torrey chases several pitches out of the strike zone. He'll go down swinging. There are 2 outs.
Another split finger fastball. Not really close to the plate. I'm going to swing at 2 of those split finger fastballs off the outside corner.
J.J. Putz, first man up now for Chicago. Visit to the mound here by House-again. We've got Matsui up. First base open. Hank Conger, the youngster, on deck behind him.
I think that's the strategy for Ozzie, seeing if Freddie would rather go after the veteran and Matsui or try to get the youngster and Conger to swing at pitches out of the strike zone.
So the intentional walk is going to happen here. Matsui land signs go up and they go down very quickly. So Hank will get an opportunity here with the bases loaded. 0 for 2 in this one. Twice having grounded out the last time into a double play.
Boy, and that first pitch that Hank Conger is going to see out of Garcia will more than likely be that split finger fastball, trying to expand his zone, see if he can get the youngster to be overly aggressive. Now the goal for Hank here is to stay back, read the first pitch. If it's a fastball, then you go after it. If it's in the strike zone, otherwise you let it go. If it's an off-speed pitch, just let it go.
Kendrick at third, Abreu at second, Matsui over at first. Garcia trying to find that comfort zone on the mound on that first base side of the rubber. Breaking ball is in for a strike.
Good idea to track that. If you swing at that pitch, more likely you're going to be out in front. Now you know the exact speed of that pitch. If he comes back with it again, you get a better chance to make a good contact.
One big swing and a foul straight back. No balls, 2 strikes.
Came back with that exact same pitch and he had a good swing at that one.
Two foul back. Again, go with that off-speed pitch.
Well, ideal if you're Freddie Garcia, if you had your best fastball, if you could elevate a fastball now around letter high, it would be a pretty successful pitch. But I don't think he has the confidence to go with that fastball now.
This one's pulled over to second base, sharply hit, but Vizquel's got it. That will end the threat. The Angels leave them loaded. We are through 6, still tied at 1. Top of the 7th, tied at 1. Everyone's excited about the 50th anniversary logo being unveiled today. Just kind of looking forward to all the interviews that have already taken place in the can as Alex Rios ground to third to strike the 7th inning, and there's the first down of the inning. I can't wait to hear Dean Chance.
Me too.
And not just talk about you or to you.
I'm looking forward to it.
All season long, Fox Sports West conducting interviews with current former Angels. Konerko steps to the plate.
That is a great mustache.
Very Bobby Valentine-like after he got ejected as a Mets manager.
Maybe that is it.
That might be Bobby. It's going to be like 11 managerial openings this year.
That was a great look. Nobody noticed him there either when he came back in the dugout there.
No. Konerko 2 for 2 with a base hit and a home run. At a 9th pitch at bat that resulted in his 38th home run. 106th RBI. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, when he first came up to the big leagues, even when he first came around with the White Sox also, he was susceptible to the sliders from right-handed pitchers. But he does a good job as far as not swinging the pitches out of the strike zone too often anymore.
This one out toward left. Abreu's going back on it at the wall. Leaps up and he'll make the catch. 2 outs. Take a look at our Lexus pursuing perfection and talk about Yoel Pinheiro, who's allowed 4 hits tonight.
Boy, Pinheiro's done a nice job. Outside of Konerko, who's had a couple good at-bats, he's been able to throw that sinking fastball. 1 strikeout, but he's got 14 outs via the ground ball. There's a double play by Manny Ramirez. Staying down in the strike zone. It's another solid effort from Pinheiro after coming back. His last game out there to be on the DL. 6 solid innings in Tampa. Now 6 2/3 so far in the night.
Manny takes a strike. Ramirez 0 for 2. Rolled into a double play in the second inning, grounded to third in the 5th. The endless pursuit of cotton candy in the stands.
Such a refreshing treat.
That's it's 2 balls and a strike. Refreshing.
Yes. Brings you lots of energy.
You know what? I think you're right. 95-degree day, hot, sweaty outside.
Boy, this doesn't...
Nothing quenches the thirst, kind of like cotton candy.
Quite delicious.
Ramirez out toward right field. Torrey's got a beat on it. And Pinheiro has himself a 1-2-3 inning. If you can't find cotton candy, just go up to the bathroom and stuff cotton balls in your mouth. Just as good. 7th inning stretch time. We're still tied at 1. as they blare Buttercup here through the loudspeakers. You can only think of one thing. It's our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, I just can't quite control myself anytime Buttercups comes on, so I'm just trying to relax. Take a deep breath. Get back to our key to our game here. Right here, right now, by Van Halen, the youngsters. Important role in this ballgame. They made some great plays in the field. Trumbo's made some solid plays. Romine. Borges has been on base a couple times. Conger, nice behind the plate, but having a big fly here for Trumbo.
J.J. Putz comes into the ball game in place of Freddie Garcia. Swings the first pitch and chops it over to short. Ramirez has got it. Trumbo is retired for the first job. 0 for 3 on the night. I like the segue, too, from Buttercup to Van Halen.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
It's kind of how your iPod shuffle works, right?
Yeah, mix in some Barry Manilow in there, too.
I knew that was in there.
Yeah, because I write the songs.
I thought it was Copacabana. There's Brandon, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball. Fly ball to left. Freddie Garcia went 6 innings tonight, struck out 5, gave up 4 hits and a run. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch coming in at 85 miles an hour.
Putz is another one of those free agents to be for the White Sox. Very good arm, 93 to 97 on the fastball, curveball, slider, and a very good split finger fastball.
Brandon out toward left center field. Rios breaking to his right is here. And there are 2 outs. Hey, folks, come join the Halos as they take on the White Sox Sunday, September 26th. All fans in attendance will receive a free 2010 Angels team photo courtesy of Gillette. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com or the Angels Stadium ticket window. 12:35 start. It's a good looking photo. Andrew Romine takes down low. 0 for 2 in his big league debut. Strike out, a fly ball to left. No balls, 2 strikes. To Andrew, family and friends. Trabuco Hills High School. Just big league that kid from Argo. He had to go stretch, right?
He had to go stretch. You can't miss stretch time or being in the clubhouse or in that dugout when you're first day up in the big leagues.
Son of former big leaguer Kevin Romine. Foul at the plate. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Down to Double-A this year, 282 average, 3 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Out of Arizona State University. That's where his dad went to school as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Had a pretty good run this year, Arizona State baseball program. They were ranked number 1 at one point during the year, or late in the year.
And it was a team that was in turmoil early on when the former head coach resigned. 2-2. Sure, in spring training, if I remember correctly, right before spring training. And he got him swinging. J.J. Putz has a 1-2-3-7. 7 of the books. We're still tied at 1 here at the Big A. brought to you by Subway. John Danks, Scott Kazmir, a couple of left-handers going, a couple of native Texans going against each other.
Boy, John Danks has a very good fastball. Great move to first base also.
Brzezinski rolling this one over to Kendrick. The very first pitch. He is retired for the third time. 3 ground ball outs for Brzezinski, so an 0 for 3 night. Brings up Alexi Ramirez. It's a good looking ring. 2002.
World Series ring along with the trophy.
Do you believe it's got the yellow stones for the head? Nope. Next year going back to the yellow head? Just saying.
I like it. I like what you're thinking. You know what? 2 trophies would look pretty good there, though. 2 of those World Series trophies. One's not quite enough. You need 2, and then you go from there.
Ramirez yanking that one foul. It's 2 balls and a strike. Piñeiro's thrown 84 pitches, 1 strikeout, no walks, the 4 hits allowed. Including the home run to Paul Konerko. The pitching has been very good for the Angels of late. Matter of fact, since the All-Star break, the numbers as far as wins and losses may not play out, but the Halos have pitched to a 3.50 ERA, even though they've got a 28-33 record since the break.
Boy, the starters have been dominant for the last 25, 26 games.
(2-2) just missed outside, full count. Saw that sub-2 ERA since September the 8th, but in the month of September, nothing to be ashamed about, with a 2.62 staff ERA for the entire month. Halos 11-8 in September. Ramirez rolls a foul.
And when you put it in perspective what Piñeiro is doing tonight, here we are in the 8th inning with 1 out. Coming off a very good start down in Tampa. And prior to that, his last start was the 21st of July. Here he is in the 8th inning. And the talk was initially after he hurt himself warming up before the game back in the 26th that he wouldn't be ready at all the rest of the year. He'd probably be done for the season.
Sergio Santos is on the right, Lucas Harrell on the left. This one rolled over to third, backhanded by Wood. Strong throw across the diamond. Ramirez is retired for out number 2.
Well, that was some kind of throw from Brandon Wood. Got himself gathered enough to make that strong throw across the diamond because Ramirez runs very well. Down the line, he's able to backhand to gather himself. A strong throw. Get Ramirez rather easily going down the line. And looked into his glove, gathered himself, momentum going towards first base, allowed them to have that type of strong throw.
So 2 outs, 0-1 count here on Mark Teahen. Out of Caswell playing catch. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's a nice looking hats in that team store.
A lot of good looking hats throughout the stands. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Teahen goes down. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Piñeiro. He picks up his second strikeout of the game. Top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 1. Right now, get Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo served with curly fries and a drink for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. By Toyota. Get a great deal on Toyota's full line of hybrid and fuel-efficient vehicles at your Toyota dealer today. And by Jack Daniels. Your friends at Jack Daniels remind you to drink responsibly. Bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 1. The Halos down an RBI base hit from Torrey Hunter in the 4th inning. Paul Konerko, a solo home run in the 5th. That's been all the scoring thus far, even though the Angels have had some opportunities. And now the third pitcher on for Chicago, Sergio Santos, who was once a first-round pick of the Diamondbacks, a former shortstop, and now a converted reliever. Very good arm and very good numbers this year. Now pitching in his 55th game.
Yeah, he's got an overpowering fastball, 93 to 97. Also has a good hard slider and a changeup.
Borges, Kendrick, and Abreu, the scheduled 3 batters here in the 8th. First pitch is a strike on the inside quarter. Borges has been on twice, but both on errors. 0 for 3 night. There's 1 stolen base, and he has been caught stealing once. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santos started the year off with the White Sox, going 12 consecutive scoreless outings, 11 in the 3rd innings, the longest streak by a Sox pitcher to begin his career. Ended on May the 8th against the Blue Jays. Falls behind here, 2-1.
The outfield for the White Sox is playing extremely deep here. Granted, I'm thinking the lines of no doubles. The base hit by Borges is almost like a double with his speed and ability to steal a base.
Line to right field, a base hit. Sharply hit to Tiem. And Borges is on board to lead off this 8th inning. Time now for our Land Rover Key Performer of the game, Doobie.
Well, Howie going the other way. This is a great approach. Freddie Garcia, not the overpowering pitcher he once was. So he stays back on the ball. Same thing here on that double. Aggressively taking the extra base against Alex Rios in center field, known for a very strong throwing arm.
Quick throw to first base. Borges is back. Howie with that double and triple, a 2 for 3 night. His first AB ended up as a comebacker to Freddie Garcia in the 1st inning. Garcia going 6 innings, giving up a run on 4 hits.
Santos pretty quick to the plate, will utilize his slide step also. He's allowed 2 stolen bases, 1 stolen base that had been caught against him. So still pretty quick.
Howie takes a strike on the outside corner. Santos out of Modern Day High School here at Santa Ana. '27th overall pick in 2002. Started his pitching career last year. Quick throw back over there. Borges just a couple of steps off the bag. No real play there. Now he's showing bunt, drops the bunt foul. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Borges at first. and nobody out. Now he shoots from toward the middle. Ramirez has it go off his glove, and Borges will stay at second base. Boy, what looked to be a making of a 6-3 double play. Instead, there are two on with nobody out, and Bobby Abreu coming to the plate.
Hit well by Howie, but definitely a double play ball. Well, right up the middle. Hit off the mound, even make it even quicker to him at shortstop position. But just took his eye off at the very end. Hits off his glove, a break for the Angels.
Howie gets credit for a base hit, his third hit of the game. The Halos have two on, nobody out for Bobby. He's had a 1-for-2 night. The base hit back in the sixth inning, also picked up a stolen base, his 23rd. Takes inside with that fastball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. White Sox having committed already 2 errors in this ball game. Ramirez in the first inning. Alex Rios on a sinking fly ball in the sixth. Hunter on deck. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Easier for a hitter to start with a guy throwing a lot of off-speed stuff and then face a guy that's overpowering, or the reverse?
I still think it's much easier getting an opportunity to get the fastball right now, because you can still time that well. Granted, Freddie wasn't throwing hard, but you're still geared up for the fastball.
2 balls and a strike.
Because it seems like if you were facing a guy throwing 96, 98 early, then all of a sudden you got a guy coming out of the bullpen who relies mostly on slow curveballs and split finger fastballs, your timing is going to be thrown off. I think you can still gear up for the fastball, regardless if the guy's throwing slow, and then you can bring in a guy that, like here now at Santos, who can throw 96, 97.
Two one down the left field line, but into the seats. It's 2-2. In hopes that the Angels take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fernando Rodney just kind of getting loose. Two, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Eric Cooper, the third base umpire. And Abreu is out. First out here in the 8th.
And no doubt went after that pitch. That does a nice job of mixing up some pitches against Bobby.
So 1 out. Borges still at second. Kendrick at first. Here's Torrey. Torrey fouls off the first pitch. Hunter with that RBI base hit in the 4th inning, pick up his 84th run batted in. Double barrel action for the White Sox. Gregory Infante, the right-hander. Matt Thornton, the lefty. Matsui's the guy on deck. There's the 1-1. Torrey takes down low, 2 balls in his track.
Pretty good speed on the bases, too, for the Angels here, but they got their RBI leader up the plate here in a good fastball count.
chopped on the ground, foul off the foot. Santos going with the breaking pitch.
At the top of the foot, fastball. Not only is it a good fastball, it also has good running action.
Two balls, two strikes, one out. Good speed on the bases. That's rolled foul.
And that's the pitch he goes to quite often when he was trying to get a strikeout. That good slider. Saw that one to Abreu, and he tried to get Torre to swing and miss with that slider off the outside corner.
Borges with a base hit to right field. Kendrick a base hit on the infield. Runners take off. Torre takes that one in the dirt, but he went around allegedly. And Mike Riley rings him up. A couple of stolen bases, puts runners at second and third. First base is open now for Matsui.
Similar spot once again. Ozzie decides to go lefty versus lefty, which he seems to be doing with Matt Thornton coming in the game.
Ozzie's coming out with Matt Thornton coming on, the left-hander to face Hideki Matsui. We've got a pitching change. We're at the bottom of the eighth inning. 2 on, 2 outs, tied at 1. Has come out. Halos 2 men on with nobody out. Now have 2 men on at second and third with 2 outs after Bobby Abreu and Torrey Hunter was struck out by Sergio Santos. And Ozzie Guillen has gone to the bullpen and brought in the fireballing left-hander Matt Thornton. Good stuff for him to face Hideki Matsui.
Another one of those power arms out of the bullpen for Ozzie Guillen. 58th game of the season. 74 strikeouts in 54 2/3 innings pitched. 92 to 98 with that fastball and a slider. He's a guy that loves to throw that fastball. Probably 90 to 95% of all of his pitches, fastballs.
Well, he's not going to get Hideki Matsui. It's going to be Juan Rivera here with runners at second and third. And Ozzie's going to stick with Thornton here.
Matsui's had some troubles, to say the least, against Thornton. 0 for 9 with 5 strikeouts in his career. So Mike Scioscia going with Juan Rivera here.
Rivera hitting .252, 13 home runs, 50 runs batted in, 2 for 6 as a pinch hitter with an RBI. 0 for 3 in his career against Thornton. Rivera swinging at the first pitch, pops it up. Alexi Ramirez makes the catch. Just like that, the Angels strand 2 more base runners, this time at second and third. Through 8, we're tied at 1. Reach the ninth, and we're tied at 1. Fernando Rodney comes on to face the Chicago White Sox in the ninth inning after Joel Pinheiro went a solid 8 innings. Numbers for Rodney. Pitching now his 69th game, a 4.08 ERA. He did pick up a save in Monday's game, his 12th.
Well, what a job from Joel Pinheiro once again tonight. 8 innings, no walks. The command in the strike zone has been phenomenal for him since coming back from the disabled list.
Butcher's got to be happy with the way his starters have pitched. Even the bullpen looks a little bit better of late. Mark Kotsay is going to pinch hit here to start the ninth inning. He'll be batting for Brent Morel. So 9-1-2. Kotsay, the pinch hitter. Pierre, and then Vizquel. Those are the scheduled 3 guys. All 3 left-handed batters, Vizquel being a switch hitter. Then you get into the right-handers, Rios and Konerko, if you get that far. Kotsay hitting .239 on the season, 8 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Takes down low for ball 1. Product of Cal State Fullerton. 3 for 15 as a pinch hitter, with 1 RBI. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. The Halos have stranded 7 men in this game. 2 in the 4th, one of which was in scoring position. Bases loaded in the 6th inning, and 2 in the 8th, both in scoring position. Kotsay takes it inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Kotsay down the left field line. Abreu is over. Makes the catch. There's down number 1.
They got him swinging a fastball down, and Kotsay in a good hitter's count. Late on that pitch. Was the location and the height of that pitch down and away.
So here's Juan Pierre, the left fielder. 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground outs and a fly ball to right. No balls in a strike.
We always got to keep an eye on him as far as trying to either push bunt or drag bunt with that speed he has.
Leader in stolen bases with 60. Got to keep him off the bases. 0-1 pitch is inside. 1-1. Pinheiro 8 innings, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 4 hits, 1 run it was earned. That was the Konerko home run in the 5th. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
I think you just look for the consistency out of the arm slot for Fernando Rodney. Sometimes when he's trying to overthrow the fastball, lands straight up. Doesn't go over the front leg and bend that back. And that's the importance as far as getting over that front leg and being down in the strike zone.
Three balls and 1 strike with Vizquel on deck.
And a guy that has 60 stolen bases here. A 3-1 count. More than likely may even take a pitch.
That's ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued to Pierre. Puts a speed demon on at first base. Vizquel coming up. Guy who can handle the bat, even though he's 0 for 3 tonight.
More than likely, Pierre is going to be running first or second pitch of the sequence against Vizquel. Pretty impressive numbers. 3 different teams he's stolen 60-plus bases in a season. Obviously, with the White Sox, with the Dodgers, and the Marlins. The world champion with the Marlins.
Brandon Wood in on the grass at third base. Vizquel almost gets hit with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That's 1 ball, no strikes. That's the one thing. I mean, there's such a huge disparity between Fernando Rodney when he's going good and Fernando Rodney when he can't find the strike zone.
It's all a matter of overthrowing. When you overthrow, your mechanics aren't as smooth. That's why you don't see a consistent spot as far as hitting the inside corner with the fastball, whether it's in or out, up and down in the strike zone. When you're not consistent with your mechanics, you just can't be around the strike zone as much as you want.
I mean that even more so just from the body language standpoint. When he's throwing strikes with his fastball and changeup and he feels good about it, it's a different guy out there. He looks like a closer. When he doesn't have it, and maybe it's just in his warm-up pitches or even in those bullpen before he comes in, doesn't have a feel for it. And there have been times when pitchers just as good as you may think you feel, your mind is telling you something else, and you don't feel like you have enough zip on the fastball. He looks like a different guy on the mound as Vizquel waves at that off-speed pitch, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And to be consistent and be a solid closer, you can never have that look as if you're not comfortable with your mechanics or your arm slot or your velocity on your fastball. I'm saying you have to have a great poker face if you're a closer. You cannot give your opponent that feel that you're going to have a good at bat against the guy that throws 97, 98.
Pierre's got a pretty good lead at first. He doesn't go, and Vizquel takes down and in. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ronnie, at the very least, must be doing a very good job of varying the looks at first base because Pierre still hasn't taken off. We've got Rios on deck. There he goes. 2-2. Little cue foul. Out in front of that off-speed pitch. Pierre got a pretty good jump. Pierre takes off again. Vizquel loops one down the right field line. Torre is not going to get it. It falls in front of him. And they probably would have had the double play if he makes the catch with Pierre almost at second base. But because Torre is so close to it, Pierre could not turn second and head to third. So now runners at first and second with 1 out.
But you're wondering if you're Juan Pierre, you just don't go through anyhow. You're going to be doubled up. You might as well just keep going. You're going to go first to third a break for the Angels. You just got to keep going because you're going to be doubled up if Torrey comes in and makes that play in front of you.
Conversation on the mound with everybody. Alex Rios tonight is 0 for 3. 3 ground ball outs, twice to third, the other to first. Mike Riley out to break up the meeting.
I won't be surprised if a pickoff's put on at second base within the first or second pitch. So the Angels like to try to do that just in case, because Juan Pierre is very good as far as trying to steal third also.
Rios takes that fastball down and away. Pickoff attempt. Nothing's happening. Rodney comes home and Rios lines it to center. Pierre's coming around. The throw from Borges is cut off. And Vizquel is hung up between second and third. He'll be tagged out at second base with a second out, and it's a 2-1 White Sox lead. I mean, at that point, when you see a pickoff attempt, and that was that daylight play that we saw the other day when it was on the mound, decided to come home. You got a second baseman out of position.
Exactly, you have to follow through even if you step off, because it is part of the game. A base hit gives the lead run across, so you have to make sure your defensive players are in position to help you out. Like I said, I'm not so certain that wasn't a play put on by the Angels, a pickoff, but he just wasn't comfortable not doing it.
Then you got to step off.
Exactly. At the very least, step off because you have Howie out of position.
Rios takes off. The throw from Conger almost hits Rios, and it goes into center field. Alex trying to go to third. He will get there. Second throwing error by Hank Conger. Stolen base and an error, puts a man at third.
In the release there, but it's running away at second base by being too quick. That's something he'll work on. Hank Conger, like I said, very solid behind the plate as far as calling the game, blocking pitches, but the throw to second is something he's going to be working on a lot during winter ball and, of course, into the spring training.
Rodney falls behind on Konerko. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. Swinging 3-0, 3-1 now. Konerko 2 for 3 with a single, a home run, a fly ball to left. Konerko chopping and foul, and it's a full count now. And a payoff pitch. Another bouncer foul. Rodney giving up that walk to Juan Pierre. That bloop single to Vizquel. And then the base hit to Rios. The bottom of the ninth inning, the Halos have Conger, Trumbo, and Wood. toward the hole. Romine's got it. Allen in the inning. But the White Sox take the lead. They do so in the ninth against Fernando Rodney. We head to the bottom of the ninth. The Angels down by 1. One. Matt Thornton stays in the game. He's the guy that came on and got Juan Rivera to pop out to end the 8th inning. Brett Littlebridge takes over at second base for the White Sox, taking over for Omar Vizquel. New right fielder as well. That is Andrew Jones taking over for Martin. Pinch hitter coming up for the Halos. Reggie Willetts batting in Hank Conger's spot. Reggie takes a strike. Vizquel over to third base. Morel was pinch hit for in the top of the inning. Down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reggie has a pinch hitter this year. 2 for 11. Overall hitting .265. A .289 average, however, from the right side. And .255 from the left. We went around to the breaking pitch. He'll run down to first base. Brzezinski completes a strikeout, and there's the first down. Well, there was that last glimmer of hope, and there still is. 2 outs here in the ninth inning. As far as trying to have some fun in the last week of the season, especially since the Halos go to Texas for the Final Four. But coming into today's game, 9 games back in the division. Texas tonight beating Oakland 8-2. That game in the 8th inning. A loss by the Angels. A Texas win. And sayonara to the 2010 season as far as postseason is concerned. I know many have closed the book on that a while back, but from a mathematical standpoint, no longer feasible.
Exactly. Boy, if the Angels had won that game on Wednesday, the way Texas came out and responded against Oakland, that first game of that series, it would have been interesting down there in those last 4 games of the season. But you got to win those games, especially when you pitch that well. Just like tonight, still have a chance here, but when you pitch that well, you got to win.
Trumbo fouls this one off to the right. It's still a no ball, 2 strike count. Mark getting his first big league start at first base, 0 for 3. Was it a fly ball to left? Struck out and grounded to short. Trumbo foul tips that one, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Thornton. Halos down to the last out.
You don't see many lefties come out of the bullpen and throw as hard as Thornton can. When he elevates the fastball, if you're a young hitter, it's just going to be difficult to be able to make contact.
Mike Napoli is going to come up and pinch hit with 2 outs and nobody on. He'll be batting for Brandon. Wood ended up going 0 for 3. Napoli takes a breaking ball down low. That would foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. When Mike was on that fastball. Hitting .247 on the year. 26 home runs, 67 runs batted in. 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter.
If that's your job at this point for Mike Napoli, all that power he possesses, an opportunity to tie the game up at 1 swing. That's what you're looking for out of Mike.
The 1-2. Lays off the breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, missed outside, full count. Kevin Francis come out to the on-deck circle. He would bat for Andrew Romine. 3-2. Napoli swings and misses. The White Sox have taken game 1 of this series, Gooby.
Well, the big thing is, the positive is Joel Piñeiro pitched great once again, as has every starter for the last 26 games, 24 of the last 26, 3 earned runs or less. But the reality is the offense didn't come through once again with a chance to tie or win the game.
Matt Thornton picks up the win in relief. Fernando Rodney takes a loss. White Sox win it 2-1, the final. Stick around for a complete wrap-up of the game as Angels Live with Chris Myers and Jose Mota, as well as Michael Eaves coming up next.